Tomorrow is Election Day if you live here in the United States. Hi, I'm Annie from KetoFocus.com, and today I've teamed up with ChocZero and we want to encourage you guys to vote. So to help you do so, I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful patriotic cake. This is a white chocolate bundt cake, and it kind of reminds me of back in the day they used to have election day cakes. Well, we're not doing an election cake because that involves yeast and some wine. They're very beautiful and kind of fun to make, but this is a simple version. It's just going to be a basic white bundt cake drizzled with some of ChocZero's white chocolate and topped with berries. Let's get started. We're going to start by whisking together our dry ingredients. So you're going to need 1 3/4 cups of almond flour, 1/3 cup of coconut flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So whisk that together until it's combined, and we're going to set it aside and move on to our wet ingredients. In a medium bowl, we're going to cream together 1 cup of softened butter. Mix it together until it's light and fluffy. And then you're going to add 1/3 cup of monk fruit blend sweetener, or you can use a sweetener of your choice. Once that's light and fluffy, then we add in the rest of our ingredients. So you're going to need 4 eggs, 1/3 cup of sour cream, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Mix this together until it's combined, and then slowly add in your dry ingredients. Once everything's combined, you want to pour it into your bundt cake mold. So I have a large mold here. This is a star-shaped mold. It's just perfect for any sort of patriotic day event. Make sure you add some butter down in first so the cake doesn't stick to the bundt pan. And once it's all in and evenly spread around, we're going to bake it in a 325-degree oven for around 30-35 minutes. After your cake is done baking, let it cool just for a couple minutes in the bundt pan, and then flip it over onto your serving tray. Let it cool, and then we're going to top it with some melted ChocZero white chocolate. I love their white chocolate baking chips. They melt beautifully, they're sugar-free, and they're sugar alcohol-free. So I've melted around like a cup of their white chocolate baking chips, and then I also sometimes like to add a little tiny bit of coconut oil just to help thin it out a little bit so it's easier just to pour on. So I've added around 1 teaspoon of coconut oil to this. And then you just drizzle it on top of your bundt cake, and then you can top it with your favorite berries. I like to use raspberries, strawberries, and blueberries just because they're the color of our nation. We hope you guys get out there and vote tomorrow, and make sure you tag us, ChocZero, with all of your photos of your patriotic cake.